Well, greetings everyone. Heading up to my parents' house. They said their air conditioner stopped working. So I asked about it. My dad says the outdoor condenser unit is humming, the fan is not turning. So what I think is maybe the capacitor on the fan motor has failed, or maybe the fan motor itself. Hopefully it's a capacitor because it's a very easy part to change and it's cheap. So I'm going to go up there and see what the problem is. I think the only thing I will need is my meter. My dad has tools up there, so I don't need to haul those. And the Snicker decided to get into the shot. I'm going to take a look outside here. Okay, here's the unit. I can hold still a little bit. Weather King. Oh, that's tight. This motor is shot. Not good. Well, I'll check the capacitor anyway, but I think this motor is shot. I might try to oil it to see if I can get it to turn. I don't know. Try anything. Let's plug this thing in here. Huh, nothing. Must have the breaker off. Okay, try it again. Yeah, that thing's seized. That seems kind of high, but I'm on the fan terminal. That goes up to the fan. See, the capacitor is on the inside there. I don't know if you can see it. I have it bolted up kind of weird, so I have to check the value, but 25 seems kind of high. Three microfarads. There's nothing to indicate the proper values. I must have been reading the compressor side. I was pretty sure it was on the fan terminal though, but obviously not. Let's see, the compressor side. $22. Labels that fade. I don't know if you can see that, but I can read it. So it says it needs 3 microfarads, so that is good. So I thought I'd test it anyway. So I'll put that back together. Now, the proper thing to do is to buy a new fan. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to see if I can unseize this motor, oil it, put it back in. If it works, it works. If it quits, I'll get a new motor. Get a load of these lovely tools. Look at this thing. This thing is caked. Yeah, there's some light going through, but it could really need a squirt from the hose. Might as well do it since it's open. Okay, I moved to operations indoors. Did ohm out the motor. No sense in working on a burned out motor. I'm getting 62 ohms across the main windings and 120 to the lead that connects to the capacitor. I think they call it the auxiliary winding, but seems kind of high, but I don't know if you can see this. 0.75 amps. Really a low power motor. So yeah, maybe that's right. Well, I had to get this fan blades off. This is rusted. I'm gonna have to sand that so I can slide the blades off, get them out of the way, and see if I can open this motor. Okay, I opened the motor. Came over here where there's more light, but the windings are fine. No signs of overheating. Look how fine those are. So it does make sense I was getting those readings. Pretty low power motor. This bearing looks good. Still had some oil on it. But this one here, this one is the one that's bound up. So I'm going to see if I can free it up and oil it, maybe salvage it. Yeah, it's worth a shot. I took some WD-40 and sprayed it in there, hoping to free this up, and it certainly did. Then I got some oil. Had to go to the store and get some oil. Yeah, this is what turns this 20-minute jobs into an hour and a half. When I left my house, I had my hand on my can of oil. It said, they have oil at their house, so why should I bring mine? Of course, I can't find it, so I had to go to the hardware store and get some oil. So I cleaned this up and oil it, put it back together. See, it's not really all the way free yet, but it turns much easier now. So yeah, clean this up, oil it, and reassemble the motor. Okay, it's working again. Sprayed out the coils, they're much cleaner now. It's nice and cold. Not really as free as it should be, but yeah, maybe it'll work for a little while. I got a photo of the motor nameplate, so just in case we need to get one. Well, put the screws back in and get it buttoned up.